everybody's got an opinion, right, on this DeMarcus Cousins move, and it's getting mixed reviews. Stephen A. alluded to it, and you know, Enes Kanter always down for a good time on social media, posting this image on Twitter with the caption, Adam Silver has agreed to a mid-level extension with Golden State. League sources tell me. So, Max, obviously we know he's just playing, but in all seriousness, do you think this move is good or bad for the association?
It's neither. I mean, if I have to say which one it is, it's good. Other teams need to get their game up. Look,
True.
The Warriors are run brilliantly. I don't think that this is a no-risk move, Stephen A., because you're bringing in a guy who does throughout his career want the ball, and because he is so excellent on offense, the temptation is to give him the ball, right? And then run your offense through him as a big. So it's not like there's no upside, that there's no risk, because the Warriors already function nearly perfectly. You're bringing in an X factor. But the point is the Warriors are brilliant at taking calculated risks. Steph Curry was the 7th pick, Klay the 11th, Draymond the 35th. That's the 2nd round. Because, by the way, they had Mark Jackson. Everyone's coming along. They took a risk by getting rid of Mark Jackson. They felt the offense was stagnant. There weren't enough. They were like dead last in passing. They bring in Steve Kerr. That was a risk. They take off. Even Andre Iguodala at the time, 4 years, $12 million a year. Why didn't someone else give him a better deal than that? They bring on it. They make smart decisions. They take calculated risks. And as a result of the unselfish and excellent culture they've created, look at the way Steph Curry plays, who for years was their best player. Because of that, other players want to play with them, like KD, like Boogie Cousins on a mid-level exception. It's not that the Warriors are bad for the NBA. The Warriors are a model for the NBA. And the idea that people are crying that Adam Silver, they're playing by the rules up and down, that Adam Silver should do something to break up the Warriors, who only just drafted brilliantly, signed the right players, have the right culture, coach him up the right way. The fact that and by the way, who couldn't have had Boogie Cousins? Someone offer him a deal. No one did, so the Warriors grabbed him. The crying about the Warriors is absurd. Why doesn't the rest of the league get their game up or at least emulate the Warriors?
Well, the answer to the question is very, very simple. It's bad for the NBA. It's beautiful for Stephen A. Smith. Let me be the first to explain. I love the fact that other teams are getting exposed for what's transpiring. You have a lot of people that are so busy trying to keep their job that they forget to do their job. That's not a problem for the Warriors, number one. Number two, the level of selflessness that is exhibited by the star players. Does it really, really get more unselfish than Steph Curry, than Kevin Durant? You know, we're talking about two elite players in the game of basketball who care about winning, who care about unselfishness, who care about themselves and their own humanity as human beings than more so than they do about money or anything else. These guys are all about the right things. And when they are your leaders, combined with a fiery guy like Draymond Green, who never hesitates to keep somebody accountable, combined with somebody like Klay Thompson, who's a third wheel and universally recognized as one of the top 5 shooters in this game and one of the greatest shooters we have ever seen. When you have that going on, everybody wants to come and play with you. It didn't escape me that a Boogie Cousins, for example, is in Golden State. It hasn't escaped me that guys seem more willing to want to play with a Kevin Durant than they might even want to play with LeBron James.
We're getting
These are
into
the kind
that
of
later.
things that I'm paying attention to. And so when I look at the Golden State Warriors, to me what it comes down to is what Joe Lacob said in an article, I believe it was to the New York Times a few years ago. He said, we are the gold standard now, and they have certainly proved it.
Yeah, we can leave it there, guys. I just got to say one thing. I know we've had the Warriors compared to the Patriots, and you're going to call me a homer for this. I don't even feel like they're the Patriots anymore. I feel like they're UConn women's basketball at this point. That's how dominant this squad is going to be, in my humble opinion.